Sorry, it's kind of loud.
What, the packages?
Well, I was just kind of hustling and bustling around.
No,
so.
yeah, I heard the feedback. I appreciate the apology because I was really thinking the whole time, like, when's he going to apologize for bustling?
It's just I'm really sick, so.
It's not really an excuse for bustling, I'd say. You find a way to drink things with the decibels cranked up. I said decibels.
Decibels. Like, living fast and large, guy.
There's an I somewhere in there, but I ignored it.
Hey, eye for an eye. That's why they say it. We're back.
We're back. Today, this is going to be one of our regular ones where we throw an edit at Tony and say, do it in a day. So this is one of the most modern and progressive. Well, it's just new. It's a new podcast, and it's not stocked up.
I like it. Well, let's try to make it really easy on him and say the podcast as fast as we can, okay?
What was that? Was that a car honking?
No, that was the podcast theme song at the end.
Just be.
Just like that.
We just have one credits where it just holds the first note.
Be. It's gonna be back. It feels like it's been a while.
Yeah, not for me. So.
Oh, sorry. I'm out of touch. I'll say it.
I think especially because the you've been gone since we recorded the last one. You were gone for how long was that all with you being on tour, then us going to Buffer, and then us coming back, and then you being in Jersey and coming back?
Was that like 3 weeks?
I think so.
It was at least 2 weeks.
It was at least 2 weeks, probably in between that. But for me, I was just alone here with the set already up, so it's felt very familiar the whole time.
I mean, uncharted territory. But we're back in here now. I'm a little sick if you can hear my voice. Sorry, gang.
Yep.
I was in New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. We got to have a moment of silence really quick because Gus's no barf streak has ended after, was it 12 years?
12 years.
12 years, baby. Rest in peace.
Dun, 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 dun,
moment of silence, I said. So, nope, that's still not silence. So if we could just if we could only get like 3 seconds of silence, that'd be great. So close your eyes and let's both be quiet. That was really loud.
I knew I only had 3 seconds, and normally I would have had proper mic etiquette, but I was like, I gotta get this bad boy in here.
That means you counted to 3.
What? No.
Successfully, and you cracked the brew at the right time.
No, I didn't. I said I only had a 3 second time period.
And then you cracked it at the end.
No, because what my cracking is what brought you out of the existing 3 seconds.
Right, so usually when something ends, that's bringing you out of the existing time.
That's a good point. Keep the frame on Eddie, though, Tony.
What, dude? Come on.
About that.
Tony, put the frame on Gus.
Don't do that.
I'm not doing it.
Whoa. Tony just puts my hand in there, too.
By the way, I told you I listened to the actual part of the podcast where you said those very nice things about me. And then I guess, according to memes, I didn't hear my part. I said something about liking steak.
It was about how people cook steak.
Because listen, guys, I didn't hear what Gus said when I walked away, for real.
That's the thing. Eddie heard everything that I said. He still had his headphones on in the kitchen.
All the way over there.
He just can't listen, he can't emote, all right? He's got no emotional character at all. He just ran from his feelings, okay?
Ooh, if we could get out of this conversation. There was, well, you're talking about your no barf streak, though.
Yeah, I fucking puked. It was in the stupidest way possible, too. I was literally alone in a hotel room, and I was all excited because Sabrina's been on the road with me. It's been going dang good, but I was like, hell yeah, we got a little bachelor's pad. I'm going to just curl up and have some Castle Crashers and drink some wine and eat some Penn Station McDonald's that I picked up. It's going to be a blast.
Wait, so you actually got food and it was Penn Station McDonald's?
Yeah, dude. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real, y'all. Everybody in New Jersey that I met with, I went to Rutgers and I did a little presentation there and I met with some folks and everyone there was wonderful. Newark, New Jersey was one of the most scary places I ever been in.
Really?
Dude, it was fucking danger mode USA there.
Really?
I left the hotel room once. Thank God I was hungover for that barf day because it kept me from the horrors of the outside world. I was walking down the street and people were like yelling at me and shit, you know, like picture like Sunset Avenue on LA over here. Right. It's like 10 times that. Oh.
Tony, you're on the podcast. Hang up if you don't want to be. He's getting faster,
fucking
dude.
good. I feel like he preemptively calls you with his hand hovering over the button.
Well, the thing is, though, we call each other so much that would mean that he's ready to go at any point in the day.
He's prepped, dude. You gotta be safe.
But let's go back to Newark.
Yeah, sorry, it's Sunset Boulevard, by the way. And no, I mean, it just, like, none of the stores seemed, like, super up-to-date and stuff, and they were
You
just...
had a Home Alone 2 walking near the prostitute situation.
That was me, except I was the prostitute, and everyone was hollering at me. And I went in, and I sat down at the only, like, kind of cleanish restaurant I could. It was a noodle shop, and I had the worst ramen I've ever had. And
Really?
I swear to God, I never do this, but I took 5 bites, and I just called for the check over, and the waitress came over, and she's like, hey, is everything okay? And I was just like... I just gotta go because I still don't want to be a dick.
Yeah, you can't be like this meal was terrible.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a dick, but it was the fucking terrible. And I went back to the hotel room and I survived off of the McDonald's Penn Station thing that was like 200 yards away from my hotel.
Because you also had 4 failed deliveries as well.
Oh my God.
Before. That's what I was gearing towards. Because that's when you were drinking before puking, right?
Yeah, it's when I was drinking, and I was like super drunk, and I didn't realize how drunk I had gotten because I did the whole bottle of wine, which is a lot. But then I looked at it, and it was something like 17% alcohol or some shit like that. So I was like, ooh, a little tipsy topside. So I was trying to come down and recover myself a little bit. So I like placed an order through. I don't remember what started first.
I think you started with...
It was Taco Bell.
Yeah, you started with Taco Bell and Postmates. Because I was coming back from the airport and we were talking about it on the phone.
Yeah, no, so I placed the Taco Bell order, and then I waited like an hour, and then I got a text, and it said, oh no, your Postmate cannot be completed because there are no drivers. I was like, we're in New Jersey. There's no drivers?
Especially Newark is a sizable place, and
Yeah.
I've gotten in the suburbs of Chicago, I've gotten... delivery, so I don't know what the hell that's all about.
I didn't get it. I was an angry guy. An hour had been wasted, so I did an order in Papa John's. I filled out the whole information, and then at the end, it's like, we cannot deliver to your location. So I was like, fuck. And then I tried figuring out a whole order at Domino's. It did the whole thing again, said we can't do it. So I called up the store, and I was like, hey, can you deliver to me? I burped, sorry. Hey, can you deliver to me? And they said, no, we're closed. And I said, why'd you pick up the phone? And then they went, ee. So I called the next one over, and I was like, hey, I know I'm outside of your delivery range, but it says you're a mile and a half away, so can you deliver to me? And he's like, no. And I was like, I'll tip you like $30, and he said no. And then I ordered the only pizza place that was open, and it was like Joe's Pizza or something, and it was not the New York Joe's Pizza, but I got it, and it was the worst pizza I've ever eaten.
A lot of those delivery things, you just feel so dumb just waiting there because you're like, well, what do I do now? Especially if you got the bad food, because it's like you needed the end of the night victory, and you got a mediocre loss.
That's it. Life is hard to be me, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Honestly, dude, I think I wouldn't wish your life on my worst enemy.
We did have a lot of fun, though. We went to Buffer, and we've been to Bufferfest now.
I love Buffer so much.
It was
I
dank.
like going to Toronto. I like Canada. I like Canadians. They're nice people. We showed 2 videos, one of which you've probably seen by now, Potato Chip Boys. It's just a fucking shit show.
That was a fun one, dude. I was even saying before this, too, we had so much fun shooting this, and the irony of it is that this is probably the longest edit that I can remember in recent memory, because I don't know if this is a surprise or not, we couldn't get it to make too much sense.
That's why I feel the worst, that we had to cut out some of the classic stuff with Bruce because we were trying to save the time and also save the narrative. And it's like, so there's just this footage of us having a really funny interaction with Bruce that just like isn't in it. And we just had to scrap it.
That's okay, though. That's going in the DVD extended cut stuff.
There we go. Dude, I love going to Buffer, especially. Everybody's super nice. It's nice to go to Canada and just like kind of bail out, but then Sven and Tony come, so it's a boys trip. A lot of podcast people from Toronto actually got to meet Tony. A couple people had him sign things. Tony also, wait, I don't want to be weird about it. Tony let me post a picture with him on Instagram. Don't be fucking weird.
That's
That's my only request.
Now it's out. Now it's just chill. All right?
Yeah, we're chill now. So no fucking mystery about it. And you might see him again, but probably you might. I don't know.
Wait till I do a My Little Sister reveal. That sounds like something kind of illicit.
Yeah.
I know.
It just sounded weird. I even talked to Tony, because the thing is, I just want to clarify too. Sorry, Tony, for this like cringe for you editing too. Tony doesn't like want to hide his face. He just doesn't want to be weird about it. Like he even said he would come on the podcast if he didn't have to edit like an hour and a half of him talking as well. So I think people on the subreddit, I get it. there was like an old Instagram picture and they pulled it up. And then they're like, well, if Eddie doesn't want Tony's face to be seen, or if Tony doesn't want his face to be seen, they should really delete it off of a year ago on his Instagram. And it's like, I understand, but it's not that he's like, nobody can see me. It's just,
it's the hype around it.
Yeah, it was the hype. So then we were just like, fuck it. We're in our tuxes and we'll put it up.
That's a good move. That's a money move. I like that.
Yeah. It wasn't to like combat anything. It was because also I have wanted to post a picture of us for a while.
I've been posting daily photos of Tony, and he calls me and he swears at me, says, take that down.
He gets you within like 2 seconds of it being up so nobody notices on your Instagram.
That's it. He snipes me. He's got his finger hovering over the button all day.
Oh, 2 things I wanted to complain about.
Yes.
One was the airport thing I was going to say earlier.
Ooh.
So Tony, it was I think it was just Tony and I. Yeah, we were walking into the airport for like going back to the U.S. and there was Air Canada flight. What do you call like? They're not flight attendants, but they're just the people that like look at your boarding pass and go, mm-hmm.
Gate agent.
Gate agents. So then we're walking by, and I have the one nice thing for buffers. They gave us like a hydro flask that was like a Patreon one. Mm-hmm. Super cool. I like the wood top to it. And I've never had like a nice water bottle before. So I emptied it out beforehand, and I put it on my backpack because I was like, if it's a problem, then I could just show that it's empty. So I was walking past there was 2 gate agents there, and they were like, whoa, sir. I was like, yeah. And they're like, is there water in that? It's like, oh, no, I emptied it out. And they're like, oh, okay. And then I start walking, and I just go, by the way, is it going to be an issue at all, or can I bring this? And they go, yeah, sure. And the other one looks at my carry-on. And you've seen my carry-on different times. It's I guess, the max carry-on size.
Yeah.
But it's carry-on size. And she goes, sir, your bag is way too big.
What?
And I go, I'm sorry, what? She goes, your bag is huge. And it's like, oh, hold on. It's a carry-on. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not wheeling in this giant
She
thing.
starts fanning herself. Oh, my.
Oh, wow. Above average. But, yeah, so then I'm like, oh, sorry. I was like, I flew here on Air Canada, and I put it in the overhead bin. It's carry-on size. And she goes, sir, I know, but your bag is big.
Wait, so she said, I know.
Right. And then she pulls out a red tag, and she tags it. And I go, she goes, you're going to need to check this bag. Okay. And I was just thinking, like, okay, fine, whatever. Then I'll just volunteer it, later. And I walk away, and I look at the tag, and the tag literally just says carry-on baggage.
What?
So it is a carry-on, and it labeled it as a carry-on. And the other side is French for carry-on, which has, like, cabin in the word. So it's like, put it on the flight,
Yeah.
And so I was just, like, so confused. And then they asked for people to volunteer their bags. And I was like, I'm not going to hide it. Whatever. I'll just volunteer my bag for it. So I brought it over to the woman at the gate agent.
There you go. He's learning.
At the actual gate. And I go, hey, they put this tag on mine. And, like, I'm not sure. Do I have to volunteer it? And she goes, oh. And she looks at it and she goes, would you like to volunteer your bag? And I was like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this tag is. She's like, yeah, you can if you want.
Wait, what?
And I was just like, oh, okay, sure. And I just volunteered it. And then I brought it back, and then left it at the door. And I got it and everything was fine. But it's like, what was this process? You kind of got mad at me for having a big carry-on and then labeled it a carry-on and then didn't need anything else. I don't understand.
I don't get that. She puts the tag on it and it just goes, oh, my God, this bag is really big.
Yeah, I don't know. And the thing that made it feel worse, though, is as we were going to the flight, for some reason, I don't know if it's just because it's Canadians going to America, everyone had tiny carry-ons. So as I'm trying to look for validation for a real carry-on, it's those ones that are on a roller but are about this big.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, what the fuck does anybody have? I'm trying to see if anybody else got their bag tagged, and everyone has tiny carry-ons.
You're walking around there like, look at that silly Malcolm, it's this big bag.
Honestly, because Tony had just like a duffel bag, so like I couldn't compare it to his either. And I was just like, but his duffel bag is as big as my carry-on. And they didn't say shit to him, and he was walking with me.
Wow.
And it only happened because I asked to make sure everything was okay with my water bottle. And it's like, I don't know what the fuck was going on there.
I don't get that at all, dude.
The second thing, I'll make it way faster. Listen, people have seen on my Twitter, and I believe the last podcast episode, I'm getting angrier and angrier about sidewalk etiquette in LA. People are fucking stupid here, dude.
Uh-huh.
And it's only here. I don't see it anywhere else. We were in Toronto, everything was fine. Whenever I'm in Chicago, everything's fine. I don't understand what's wrong with people in LA and walking on the sidewalk. It's just like driving. stay to the right. You can take up half of it, you know? I was running, and I don't want to be too specific about the streets, so you're just going to have to, if you don't get it, you just have to nod along with me.
We'll just drop a Google Maps pin in the description.
Is down outside. I was starting where I start to run.
Yeah.
And the sidewalk was completely taken up by a guy who was texting on his phone and had a little pug on one of the extending leashes. And he had it held down, or I guess not held down, whatever lets it extend. You press the button down to let it extend, right?
I think so.
He had the button held down and was walking, looking down on his phone, as each on the trees on the side, his dog is trying to run and pee on a tree. But as he's not noticing and texting and walking, the dog's getting pulled. And he's going, okay, maybe next tree. And, okay, maybe next year. And so he's taking up the entire way. I would have to run out onto the street, and there's, like, parked cars. So then, like, I wait a little bit to, you know, right where there's, like, an opening around there, and I then go to run around him. And as I'm running around him, I can hear, because, you know, my headphones broke. I have them in, but I wasn't listening to music. I can hear the dog sprinting at me behind me. I can hear it scurrying toward me.
Yeah.
And then I just, like, hear the leash thing, and then he doesn't. And as I'm coming back the other way, because I like to run a certain way and back, the dog is taking up the entire giant sidewalk near us and is completely, I had to walk out onto the road because the dog wanted to come up and talk to me, you know, just have a conversation.
Hey, sorry about this guy.
But it's like, I'm not scared of dogs, but I'm running, so I don't want to hit a dog that's excited to run up to me.
Yeah.
And it's just like, please, for the love of God, just manage your dog and don't take up the sidewalk. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
So I tweeted out, I must care about your dog's safety more than you do if you're just letting it run around wherever. Like, come on, man.
You remember when we were, like, slowly bird scooting around and that little white dog almost just suicided right on the scooter?
Yeah, dude. Oh, my God. It's just like, you don't understand. You're about to die. Like, why would you put yourself in harm's way?
Like, even as, like, a predator animal like that, you got to know, like, that thing's coming pretty hard and it's 10 times my size.
Yeah.
I'm diving in.
It's little dogs, because big dogs can tell. You can tell that they know they could kill you if they wanted to. So they're careful. But little dogs, nobody's ever threatened by little dogs. So they yap and they get pushed to the side, and most of them never get trained properly. But some of them do, but they still don't know the danger they're in all the time because nobody acts like they're scared of them ever.
Yeah.
So they're like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. But it's like with one swift kick.
I'm going to turn you into a can of Cesar dog food, all right? Boom, baby.
Want to hit some preguntas?
Let's hit some flippin' preguntas
I had
right
some
now.
of them saved. Let me go and get the screenshots that I had.
Oh, here's a quick one. At Nickel10 goes, who has the best wallet?
Best wallet? My wallet's in the other room.
Mine's very boring. It's just a brown trifold wallet.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
So, sometimes, I'll actually see yours and go, oh, that's not mine. Never mind. So this one's a good one. From Dylan Garcia. What's the strangest thing you've seen a classmate do in school? Me personally, I saw a kid, I didn't even read this, drink bong water because he thought it got him high. One time, this isn't the weirdest thing, but I remember in 4th grade, there was this kid, Tyler, who I just like one time across the room just looked at him, and he was kissing his watch.
What?
He was kissing the face of his watch. He was going, sorry, I just hit the mic. And he was just going, and I was just like thinking, like,
why?
What the fuck is he doing? And I just watched for a while, and he just did it a couple of times, and then just went back to doing homework. I was just like, what? What was that?
What the fuck?
What would be the benefit?
He was a movement brand ambassador. He just really liked the product.
He's like, wow, somebody's going to spot this, and they're going to think I love it so much they need a movement watch right now.
Let's get a movement sponsorship, and then for the whole ad read, we don't like read anything they send over. We just kiss the watch.
Smooching watches.
And then swap watches and stuff. That'd be the new ABC show, Watch Swap instead of Wife Swap. You got to live with a different watch. They're like, what's it like? I mean, it's still the same time.
Actually, his place is actually in a different time zone, so it's been a real ride.
You've been fucking the watches? Or?
Sorry, have I been what? Have you been fucking the watches?
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. Sorry, I couldn't hear. How many times, like, you remember that they had wife swap, and then what do they have? Trading spouses or something like that?
Yeah, they had a bunch of those. Those used to, really, they were very unsettling to me as a kid because the idea that, like, my mom would be gone, and I didn't understand that it was just them living there. As a kid, I was like, are they, like, dating now?
If they lose, they have to stay there. How many times do you think the wife
lose?
you gotta keep the mom?
What were you saying?
How many times do you think that they had that parent swap thing, and then like they were like fucking each other's husbands and stuff.
Well, the thing is, did they actually live there, or was that all fake? Where they would just like pop in and be like, "Oh, we're," because it just seems like such a stupid idea to be like, your life. We're just gonna take one of you and you're gonna live with someone else. Like, where did they sleep?
Yeah, and also it's
In
like
the bed.
I think they did. Like I think I remember seeing footage from the show where they're just hanging out and stuff, like in the bed. Let me see, wife
That's
swap
weird.
in bed.
What?
I'm gonna get just porn if I search that.
Oh yeah, you are, because since then the cuck movement has gained ground.
Oh, what was it called? Wife swap. Wife swap.
I think wife swap was the big one. That was the Coca-Cola of getting rid of your wife.
And trading spouses with like the Shasta of cuckery. Dude, wife swap went on for 124 episodes.
That's a lot of wives swapping.
That is, and then they had 40 episodes of celebrity wife swap.
Whoa. Imagine you got the Coca-Cola of wives and you get an RC in the swap.
Ooh, who's the RC of wives in the celebrity world?
In the celebrity world?
Yeah. It's like Jodi Arias or something.
I don't even know who that is.
I'm pretty sure she's a murderer.
Oh, really?
Jodi Arias. All right.
Imagine how terrified you'd be if you were on wife swap, celebrity wife swap, and you had to live with O.J. Simpson. Like, so, what's it been like living with O.J.? How many days are left?
Every time he enters the room, it's like, "Hey, kitchen world." He's like, "You gotta stop doing that, man."
I don't really think it was fair that since Nicole isn't here anymore, my husband just gets to live alone, and I have to live with OJ. Wasn't much of a wife swap, more of just moving me in with OJ.
I don't even think I've seen any cameras the whole time here. I don't know why I'm here.
Did OJ plan this?
Yeah, Jodi Arias killed somebody.
Who
I just
is
remember. I remember her as one of those like big, like a Casey Anthony kind of thing. You
Is
know, where
she a
it's like,
celebrity for being a murderer?
Yes.
That doesn't count as celebrity wife
That's
swap.
wife swap, baby.
Dude, did you see the Casey Anthony thing?
What?
It was just a headline, so it might not be true. I saw a headline that said Casey Anthony considering having another child.
Really?
And it's like, hey, don't do that at all.
But did she or did she not before doing that say mulligan?
Oh, wait, I don't understand this Casey Anthony reference.
Oh, a mulligan is in golf. Like if you want another swing, you say mulligan.
Oh,
you take another crack at it.
I thought that was a specific Casey Anthony thing. I was like, is that the name of the pool?
No. No, it's like if you really just shank a shot and you go, "Oh, I'm gonna take a mulligan on that
Jesus
one."
Christ.
And that was a hard hook.
That's a solid golf joke if I understood it. I like it actually now.
Listen, I mean, I don't mean to brag here, but I have the world's largest collection of wife swap / golf / mass murderer themed jokes. Okay,
You ready for another one? But let's take away mass murderer from
Yes.
it. You know who's the best at wife swap in the golf community? It's not even a joke. Tiger Woods.
Oh, I mean, I was gonna say you could have said OJ, but he didn't get a new one yet.
Yeah. So, do you think OJ dates still?
I don't know. I'm gonna type in OJ girlfriend.
Okay, I'm just saying this for the title of the podcast episode. Would you go on a date with OJ?
Let me see. Paula.
So is that a yes or a no?
I just typed in OJ Simpson girlfriend, and the top result said Paula Barbieri. But I don't know if
not
that's
a real name.
current though.
I don't believe that's a real name. You made that up.
Oh yeah.
kidding.
Oh yeah, Burberry.
Barbieri.
Barbieri? No, I don't think he's really dating yet.
Just
give him time.
Let him heal.
This is not appropriate at all. Anyway, Trading Spouses only lasted for 3 seasons, so.
The OJ episode, they were kind of like, we gotta. Wait, did you say 3 seasons?
Yeah.
Wait, but you said there was 124 episodes.
No, that was Wife Swap.
Oh wait, what is this one?
Trading Spouses.
Oh,
That's the RC brand one.
okay. You know what's hilarious that I saw on TV recently?
What?
Is so Tony and I, when we were in Canada, for like the cable sucked there. There was like no on demand or anything. Obviously, it's a hotel room, but
Yeah.
We were like, fuck it, let's put on some HGTV and just like make fun of it. So there's a popular HGTV couple who has banked their entire show off them renovating houses, and they split up, but they're still doing the show together.
Oh.
So it's like we're divorced, but we gotta fix these houses. And it's just like this white, like brown hair guy, blonde woman, and they just are split up. And that's the new season of the show, is they're still working together, even though they're divorced.
Flip or Flop, it's called.
Yeah, it's like one of the most successful TV shows, I think, on TV. It's like HGTV's like main show.
What the fuck? Flip or how
People
do you
who
do
watch
that?
Flip or Flop, probably it sounds like we're very naive to it because we're not very big flipper floppers.
And
but-
listen, I'm sure that there's huge overlap with Flip or Flop and the Gus and Eddie podcast.
Oh, I'm sure. But yeah, they're split. Does it say if they're? Did you look up like?
Yeah,
HGTV?
they got divorced.
Yeah, and that's. Can we play the audio for the new season trailer? Will we get taken down for that?
No, I'm sure it'll be fine. You want to play it into your mic?
Yeah, I'm gonna find it.
That's slang
Flip
for microphone.
Or Flop new season trailer. Do they have
Sure.
trailers for?
For reality TV, it's
Yeah.
like at this point, it's like you're watching or you're not watching. What are you gonna try to hook me in?
Yeah, I don't. So that's 5 years ago, 6 months ago. No, that's Flip.
Why don't you look up the Red Band trailer, right?
There's a video called "The Untold Truth of Flip or Flop."
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I can't find an actual trailer on YouTube. I'm sure they're on TV, but like they don't care enough to post it to YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Because who the fuck is on YouTube and watching HGTV? Probably a lot of people, actually.
I'm always like, if I see like a commercial or some shit on TV and I can't even find it anywhere on YouTube, I'm always like, someone dropped the ball here. What's going on?
Yeah.
Everything's on YouTube.
It's like, seriously, yeah, you can find super, super old shit, and it's like you couldn't just post the new shit? Or at least a fan? Come on now.
yeah, like chill, dog.
Chill, dog. But yeah, have you seen a weird classmate thing other than choking on ice?
I mean, choking on ice, of course. Oof, owie, ouch. I think I already talked about that fucking crazy kid named Kyle when I was growing up.
I don't know if I
Dude, that's the
specifically
kid that would
remember.
like go into at recess and he'd be like, "Hey, look at this," and he'd pull his pants down, and his dick would be out, and he'd go, "Ah." And then one time I told you in art class, I think this is a throwback. This is from the archives. We were in first and second grade and stuff, and he took a bunch of paint and dumped paint all over all of the tables and smeared it all around and smeared it all over himself.
Ooh.
And then he got into the handicapped elevator and went down to the office.
Oh, dude, wait, did paint trail the
There's
entire
paint
way?
that, yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, he was just soaked with paint.
Yeah. It's an art piece. He was like, he gets to the office. He's like, actually, I was protesting the Chinese government and their control on our art today.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, you're years early to this, man. Good job.
And he's like, "Hey, listen, I'm just a humble kid covered in paint." And then he hits the handicapped elevator, goes down. Man, I've been trying to I told that story on the podcast, I think, a few months ago, and I went home and I was trying to find my, like,
Paint one you told?
I think I did, at least.
I don't remember it. You probably did. I just don't remember.
Yeah, now we're so meta that I will tell the story and then in retrospect be like, I think I already said that. Anyway, I went back home and I was trying to find my elementary school yearbook because I was like, what is this kid's last name? I know his first name's Kyle. Don't go looking for this kid, but obviously that's a common name. But I was like, I want to find him on Facebook and be like, what is this fucking kid doing that was just flashing everybody and like screaming around and like rubbing paint all over? How did he come back from that image?
Oh, did you find anything?
I couldn't find any of the yearbooks.
Jesus, when you're not looking for him, he's got his dick out, and when you're looking for him, he's nowhere to be found.
He's like one of the boo ghosts in Mario. He'll come at you with the dick till you look at him.
All right, I think I had another question ready
right.
to go. Okay, this one's just one of those clear someone's wrong. My friend and I are having an argument over the proper pronunciation of the word, and spelled out, it's not actually the pronunciation, gyro,
Yeah.
the sandwich. The Greek sandwich. I say gyro. It's not true or good. And he says it more like hero or euro. Which one is correct? Your friend is right.
It's a euro.
It's euro.
Yeah.
Your friend is correct. That's it. I just want to settle that because it's like sometimes you guys ask us something and it's like you could have just Googled the pronunciation, but you scrolled through to this part of the episode going, I hope they answer it, and you are wrong. What? This one, it's okay. There's another one. Oh wait, that was. I don't want it. They were wrong. I don't want to like throw their name out there.
Yeah.
This one is from Sherl2022. This one is a bit more serious, but did either of you deal with seasonal depression when living in the Midwest? It's 40 degrees in Minnesota right now, and I'm struggling.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Yeah, we
After
both did.
Christmas, ugh.
Yeah, especially I'd say for us when we got into our college years, it became more intense.
Uh-huh.
Where it's like when we were coming out here, I think I mentioned this on the podcast before. When we were coming out here last not last January, but the one before it, like January to March, we would like call each other counting down the days because the weather was getting to us too much.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it was just like, all right, we got a week and a half left, and then we can just be in like a sunny place. It really got to me a lot.
It was miserable, dude. Especially, it seemed longer in college because it seems like even though you're doing more and you're more stressed, you have more free time to notice the seasons because you're going in the day.
Yeah.
Like you're not in high school trapped in a building and you're like, oh, I got out and it's, 4 p.m., but hey, the sun's kind of going down. So
You
hey.
can't enjoy things more as an adult because of it.
Absolutely.
Because you have control over your life.
that's the gimmick.
Yep.
I got one here for you.
Let's hear it.
At Parodies Nuts asks, hey,
Nice.
did you ever have a childhood experience that ruined something for you that a lot of people like a food or a show or a movie or a place?
Well, SpongeBob's a racist, so that kind of sucks.
That did ruin Nickelodeon for me.
I got one for Tony, if it's cool. Tony, I think I've mentioned this. I think he was cool with it. Tony had a phobia of mascots when we were younger. So that kind of made Disney World suck for him.
Yeah.
And we went on the Disney cruise, and it's pretty much like, hey, here's the best vacation. I want to stress my grandma kind of paid for everybody, and my family couldn't afford it, so that's weird. I don't want to think we were a cruise family. It was like, holy shit, we get to do this thing. Also, by the way, Tony, you're trapped here with your nightmares.
Oh, my God.
And it's like,
on a boat?
Yeah, dude, there's literally no
Swim,
escape.
bitch.
Yeah. I remember, I just felt, he was, like, very young, too. The Disney Cruise thing was when he was, like, 7, and that kind of got him over it. But, like, that kind of ruined a lot of things for him.
Oh, man.
I don't think mascots should be a thing, though, for real. Like, I wasn't scared of them, but it's, like, just even seeing... Because the thing is, a mascot's a phobia where I'm like, I totally understand that.
Yes.
You got something dead in the eyes that an adult person that you can't see is behind it.
You know what I don't get, too, is it's like, again, I was a very gifted child. I'm just speaking on the behalf of the idiot, stupid children. Never once as a kid was I like, hey, I really like SpongeBob. And then, like, the SpongeBob mascot comes and I go, oh, shit, that's SpongeBob. I'm
I
like,
didn't do that either.
SpongeBob doesn't have felt, dumbass.
Yeah, I remember I was 4 and we went to Disney World, and my parents, it was like a cool thing. They got the little like autograph book you can get from the mascots, and they were like, have Goofy sign it. And I remember thinking, like, at 4, like, this isn't fucking Goofy.
Yeah,
like, you
come
kidding
on.
me? Goofy's probably busy. He can't come down here and sign my book. This
Like,
is just some kid.
I couldn't even look at like, oh, I'm watching a 2D cartoon character. Let's fire up the little demo disc for their video game. SpongeBob's not in 3D.
Yeah. It's I don't know. We just want to probably say if you thought that a mascot was like the real character, you're a fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have like a younger sibling or nephew or son or daughter, you should probably tell them that they're as dumb as they are now.
It
Get
helps
over with.
get in front of it.
Yep. Because if they find it out on their own, it's going to be real sad. What you need is your parents telling you you are stupid, and you need to realize that.
It helps.
We're going to be really good parents, not together, but separately.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be crazy.
Separately, yeah.
It'd be crazy if it was together.
That'd be so wacky.
I would every day I wake up and I would go, gross.
I go, this is weird, man. This feels weird.
Right now.
And enjoy your first day of freshman year. This is still weird, man. 15 years. You okay? That's the, yeah.
I mean, beep.
I think I had another one.
I'm just scrolling down here, Eddie, and I saw when the guy put the face app on you pointing the gun.
Yeah.
You know who you look just like?
Who?
Is the Angry Grandpa.
Wait, Angry Grandpa from...
Like the Angry Grandpa Show YouTube channel?
Oh, I never watched it.
Dude, let me pull up a picture. Oh, shit. Tony, remind me in one day, send you the Angry Grandpa photo. I just typed in remind me. Angry Grandpa. Okay. I typed in Gangry Grandpa. Angry Grandpa. So, first of all, this is you. Cha-cha-ching.
There's me.
And here's the Angry Grandpa.
Oh, I do, especially with the yelling photos, yeah.
It's like, Arr! Fuck yeah, dude.
I got another argument one that I don't feel strongly about.
Okay.
But that's where it's actually, I think, a good argument. So it's from Elijah. He says, settle an argument between my wife and I. I ask for plain ice cream and is asking for plain ice cream and vanilla ice cream the same thing. My wife says that plain ice cream doesn't exist, but I say if someone asks for some plain ice cream, you give them vanilla by default. So I think his last statement is true. If you say
Yeah.
plain, people will throw you the bone and give you vanilla, but there is no plain ice cream.
No, but yeah, I agree. 10 times out of 10, if you're like, I just want plain, you're getting vanilla.
Yeah, like what you're saying isn't stupid, but it's also not correct. Not you, I mean him.
Yes, I agree with you. Yes.
So it's like your wife, if she's pretending like plain asking for plain will get you no results, you've proven that that's not true to your wife. But also, I think your wife right in general.
Yeah, that's true. Again, get in front of it, get a divorce. All I'm saying.
Ask for a plain divorce.
There you go. Is that without papers or just get out?
just we're done.
We're
That's
done.
it.
Go away, baby. Here's one at Torbort said, "Hey, have you ever gone back and talked to any of your old teachers, or have any of them reached out to you? How'd it go?"
I have not talked to any of my old teachers since doing our job.
Yeah.
When I was 18, my friend John that you know and my friend Wasim, we went back to... Sorry, guys, I cut for a second because I said something revealing. But we went right after we had graduated high school. We went to our 6th grade teachers. We emailed him first and worked it out, and we went. And it was really cool because he was my 5th grade teacher, and then he was my favorite teacher ever. And he was moving to 6th grade the next year, and we got to be in his class again. So I had him for 2 years, and he was my favorite teacher. So we just got to talk to him, and he fully remembered details of that year, and we were just all kind of reminiscing about how it was our favorite years of school. And he said really you guys were my favorite students, and it was just super important and meaningful. I want to contact him again. I kind of want to grab a beer with him now because I'm an adult man.
Yeah.
But I should just email him and do that. Yeah.
That's fantastic, dude.
Yeah.
I'm really happy too. I feel very lucky that I've actually reached out to a number of older teachers that I've had, but also just coincidentally, I got 3 younger brothers and sister and stuff, and it's such a small town that I'm still going to school functions and stuff. Kids got a concert or something, I'll go in and I'll just run into them too. But I remember I specifically reached out to my high school geometry teacher. Was this great dude. I won't say his name, but he's a wonderful guy. And he was really kind of instrumental in kicking my video stuff into gear when I was in high school. We had this, it's like a second homecoming. It was called Winterfest.
Yeah.
And he started up this Winterfest film festival, and then he would push me and encourage me hey, why don't you put a movie in there, put one of your films in there. And then every year I'd load it up and I'd go in early and show him, and I'd be like, hey, here's my new movie. And he was so encouraging and stuff too. So I reached out to him after the fact, many years later, and many years is 6 years ago. I just sent him a huge note, and I was just hey, you were a big part of building my confidence with this stuff, and you gave me a platform to have an audience with it, so thank you. And it was very wholesome. Yeah,
that's great. I had a similar with a high school teacher too, who just encouraged the YouTube stuff. I had 2 high school teachers. One was I entered his classroom senior year, and since I had been making videos and I had 3,000 subscribers, he let me know my first day of class that he liked mine and Zach's videos.
Really?
Which I was that's fucking awesome. But my AP English teacher, my junior year of high school, fully not only encouraged that stuff, but when our class came back to get breakfast once we were in college and I was still grinding and raising it, he was I've been fully paying attention. I think you've got a lot of great things ahead of you. I think this is going to absolutely work out for you. And he's just not even I'm rooting for you, just I'm excited to see it happen.
Damn.
And it's super, super nice guy. He wrote me a letter of recommendation before I knew I was going to community college, and it made me cry. It was so nice, dude.
That's fucking awesome.
He said very personal things in it too, where I was I didn't even know he noticed that.
Yeah.
So it's just good teachers fucking rock, man.
They go so far. Even going back now and seeing teachers that I really respected and cared about, I'm just you're in this place of respectful authority. My impression of you matters. I hope that you value me, or hey, here's how I'm doing. What do you think?
Yeah, because it's super important. Yeah, that's why I think most people, if you're past high school, or even if you are in high school and had a teacher before, I think everybody should right now, if there's a teacher that meant a lot to you and you haven't contacted them, find their email and shoot them a nice email. It'll mean a lot to them, especially years later if somebody's still thinking about them and how much effect they had. Definitely do that.
Absolutely.
I'll do it after this podcast. I'll email I almost said his name, my favorite teacher.
Yeah.
Sorry, good.
I would say I would do it. I'm not a nerd though, but you can.
Jeez. Tony gave such a pro gamer move when I was entering 6th grade, and it was that, like, you couldn't really choose who was in your class, you know, for as a teacher, but he said he was going to, like, really try and get a group of, like, 5 of us to be in his class again. And whoever did the paperwork accidentally put Tony in my slot of that class. Mm-hmm. And so Tony was going to have the coolest teacher in our school. But, like, he knew that I was kind of supposed to be there. So Tony switched with me and got kind of not the best teacher and let me be in another year with my favorite teacher ever. And so that was a full good brother moment. Thanks, Tony. You rock.
That's a bruh moment.
But he still reminds me sometimes as in I took a good class from him. So it's not a selfless act that Tony did.
You're just in your desk and the teacher's, like, throwing candy to you, and you look across the hallway through the little door windows, and Tony's getting whipped with a ruler, just looking at you silently with a tear rolling down his cheek. Why don't we break open a couple pieces of mail? All right, guys, the P.O. box, she's ripping and roaring. She's ready to take your, he or she is ready to take your packages. Okay. That's progress, baby.
I stopped listening for a second because I was looking at an email. It was incredibly rude of me. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I forgive you. Here, this comes
from Ian.
This comes to us from Mazaki. I don't know if that's a distributor or whatever.
Okay. I thought this was going to rip fast, and it didn't.
Not today. Mazaki goes, I love you both equally. I've sent you straws. Steel ones for straight balling and silicone ones for if you want to use them in cans on the podcast. Tony doesn't need metal grinding noises. Steve in Ireland.
Dude, we needed straws.
Thank you, Steve. These are some cool-ass straws.
You guys want to do more grocery shopping for us? No, the metal straws are cool as fuck, too.
Guys, here's what I need. I need baking soda and olive oil and...
This one actually... Can you cut this with a knife? Because it's very, like, I can't pull it.
Yeah, dog. All right. I'm going to just kind of get in on this top lip here.
All right. I can rip from there.
All right.
Me too. Thank you.
Eddie's ripped. I'll say it.
Where was here? Wait. The corner went up, too.
There we go. Yeah, guys, we can take some more mail.
Yeah, we could definitely use some more mail.
We just want more mail from you.
But only half of you listen to this because we got way too much a couple months ago.
Yeah. You know what to do. What do you got over there?
I don't know yet.
Figure it out. Whoa!
I'm behind it.
That's some art.
Whoa!
You just snuck up behind me.
Are they done? Is this done with like Sharpie just marking it?
That kind of looks like it.
And look, if you look at the backside, it's also cool.
Whoa, that's 2 arts in 1, baby.
What a deal we got.
You got ripped off, idiot.
That's from Kale, dumbass.
Kale's at home going, oh no, and like his family's poor and crying behind them. They're like, we could not afford that.
You told us they were going to send the money.
2 arts, Kale, why you do this? All right, here, this one's from Peter.
I don't know what's in my other one.
Oh,
the one that you already opened.
I already opened this other one because it just had my name on it, but I immediately saw a Gus and Eddy thing in there, so I didn't even look in there.
Whoa!
What is it?
It's a shirt with an embroidered Mr. Rogers, and it says "All Good in the Hood."
Ooh, that is tight.
So that's that shirt.
That's some cool shit. That's something that I'd see on the Goodwill rack, and I would be like, who the fuck didn't grab this already?
Wait, did this person? Wait.
I don't know.
Is this a podcast little thing on it?
Fuck shit?
It says fuck shit, but isn't this a podcast zigzag?
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus Christ. There's a lot of stuff.
That's pretty tight.
Okay.
They put a little zig on that zag?
Can you say that?
I don't know.
All
right, what you got?
Since I got an autograph of yours, I'm assuming it's you. Yep. I thought I should return the favor. I think he autographed a photo of you two and sent it to us framed.
What if he just sent my autograph back? Oh, I remember this dude.
Oh, dude, there's a ton of candy in here, too.
Oh, dude, that's fucking awesome.
M&M's, there's Pop-Tarts, there's Mentos.
I remember seeing this guy. He was really nice. I remember him having the shirt on, too.
He gave us some chocolate cherries.
What is this, friggin' Valentine's Day? Why don't you come over here and suck my knob already? Huh?
You gonna come over here and fuck us both on the table or something?
I mean, we're open to it. We're already both parents, but what is this? What?
No, sorry, I said, I mean what? Because what you were saying.
Oh, I get it, because it's pretty sexually graphic.
Terrifying. You ready to get terrified?
Yep.
Boo! It's Mike Wazowski.
You want to hear a little meme?
Yeah. Oh, no.
No, I won't do it.
Did anybody else, they can't even answer right now, see the TikTok of somebody doing the blasted version of the Monsters, Inc. theme to that guy's AirPods? I sent it to you. It was like, I've never seen somebody react to their eardrums getting hurt so badly.
Yeah. It's a good meme. It's so stupid, but I love it. All right, Peter sent us, oh my God, some friggin', look at these high chews, baby.
Oh! This is. I want to say that package with the signed photos from Quentin. So thank you.
Thank you, Quentin. Dude, my boy Peter in here got us some good shit.
Yo!
Oh, look at Peter got Boy Sport Boys on a Polaroid. Frick yeah, dude.
Hell yeah. Oh, wait, one thing too. Should I get the coasters?
Oh, yeah.
I have, I'm just giving the thumbs up back to a good old boy.
Ta-da.
Where, did you have yours in your luggage?
I got him in my backpack right here.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to get mine.
All right, go get him. And I got some banging art to show you. All right, guys, I'm going to just show the camera right now. I'm going to be straight up with this shit. Peter, look at this. Boom. Uh-oh, there they go. Guts and Eggy. That's a good painting. And then you got Dat Boy. Dude, this is tight. Dat Boy singing Boy Support Boys. And then just us boys doing that. Guys, thanks so much for sending all this stuff in. This is a lot of fun. This is my favorite part of the week, is just opening all this shit and then going through it and then eating some of the shit and giving the rest to the homeless to save the world. You're looking at the best charitable podcast in the world. No, but straight up, guys, thank you for sending all your stuff in. And, hey, well, I got a second of your time. I'm still on tour. I'm headed to the East Coast, the West Coast, and the Midwest, all over the place. I think we got maybe 15, 20 show dates left. So if you want to check out, links in the description or down below, GusJohnsonLive.com. We're selling out a lot of these clubs, and it's a dang good time. Eddie, I'm doing an ad for my live show.
Okay. Where's it? Can I reach into your bag for the other one?
Oh, it's in that plastic Ralph's bag.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I went about 2,000 miles on a broken backpack.
Oh, did Sven not take one?
He said just leave it here for now.
Oh, cool.
Dude, who gave us these at Bufferfest? I think his name was it was Tyler. If it isn't, I'm winning hard on Tyler.
That's what Sven said, but I believe Tyler was the one in the Beat Coastal sweatshirt.
Oh, yeah. Tyler was nice, though, at Buffer.
Yeah. So we're horrible people for not remembering his name, but I know he knows we met a lot of people. But he was by far one of the best boys we've ever met, because he gave us these lasered wooden coasters. This one says Boy Sport Boys. This one says fuck single moms, and this one says fuck Ohio. So now, and there's shit on the back, so it doesn't make noise as much. It still does count. But,
Send them back.
I set this down.
Whoa!
I didn't hear a goddamn thing.
Hear what? Let me try.
Here you go.
What happens if you stack two of them and try to put a drink on there?
Wait, no! It just explodes.
What's negative sound like? It's like in space.
Your eardrums get sucked out.
Actually does. That's noticeable.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to take a little fuck single moms for right now.
Take the Boy Support Boys one. Fuck Ohio can just... And it also really matches the table.
Yeah,
like
dude. They got spot on there.
Yeah.
Tony, can we get a little table cam on here?
Tony, yeah, you just cut to the table cam we've had set up the entire year we've been doing the podcast.
There's just one right up there.
We should just do that once.
For one time.
Say hi to the table cam.
Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you right now. There is a table cam. Sometime in the future, we're going to cut to it, and we're just not going to acknowledge it, okay?
Yeah, so get ready for the table cam episode. Oh, that art's awesome. I didn't get to see it.
Dude, it's pretty tight.
The audience already saw it, so just show me real quick.
Look at this shit.
There's
Boy Sport Boys.
There's a Dat Boy as well, and then something under there.
We should have a merch line called Dat Boys Support Dat Boys.
Whoa.
These
no,
boys.
we shouldn't.
No.
I'm excited for the Chicago show as well. Or
Yeah.
shows, plural.
Shows.
Oh, we should probably mention that.
Oh,
we added
yeah.
a second Chicago show that I'm also going to be at.
Same day.
Same day. Yeah, that's not sold out yet, right?
I don't know. I just got a latest ticket count sent over to me yet. Tony, if my stuff is on screen, hide it. I don't want it to see it.
Tony.
Put a JPEG of Joe Biden on my screen right now, okay?
Just do that. Tony, can we just get a JPEG of Joe Biden?
No. Hey, you guys, we still got some tickets left for the Zanies in Chicago show.
It's a small venue, so
It's a small venue.
compared to the rest of your tour is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're already over 50%. Okay, guys, grab them tickets, okay?
Grab them tickies.
Get those tickies. The later one is sold out, 3 p.m. We got some good boy there.
Good boy?
Yeah, you're there.
Oh, it's me. We still don't know what the bit's gonna. We're not doing the same one, right?
Probably not. We'll probably adapt some new cutting edge material.
Okay. I don't know who's free to be there yet. There's possibly going to be some guests that you guys might recognize.
But we don't want to make any promises, but there's going to be some folks there.
Going to be some folks. It's not like the biggest thing ever. One thing I want to say is I don't probably not Jakey, so don't expect that. Just because I don't think he's free to travel then, but I don't want to people. Jakey would be, if I were a fan of us, the instant one where are they bringing Jakey?
Yeah,
but no. No. That's it. So we're done talking about that for right now.
Forever.
And we got any more questions we want to pop back to?
Let's pop back to our Spanish-speaking friends back at home with our preguntas over here.
I could not understand what you just said.
Sorry about that.
Oh. Tony actually cut that.
Didn't say
not out of the episode, but cut that audio, guys. I just slapped the table hard with my phone.
Tony, you can replace it with this. Yahoo!
Please do that. We're asking too much from this episode. We're giving him a day to edit it, but he's probably like, yeah, fucking laugh it up when you're not editing it. But I watched Master of None Season 2 last night and the night before. That show is fucking incredible, especially the second season. I recommend everybody watch that show. Mm-hmm. That's it. I just want to say. Jakey had been recommending it for months and months, and I finally watched it. It's so fucking good.
I'll check it out. It's a blessing and a curse right now, living in that truly the golden age of television right now, arguably, because there's so much good shit that it's like I'm not even gonna catch a quarter of this ever.
Yeah,
you know?
I think I am more caught up than most people, and it's now a thing where it's like I feel like I can watch every show that's like really acclaimed and get it because I've got a good number of them under my belt. I got Breaking Bad, I got Better Call Saul. I got The Sopranos, all of it. I've got Mad Men. I've got, what's another classic? Barry. But, like, think of, like, real classic ones.
Oh, classic-y ones?
Like, just of, like, we're the biggest show. I got Game of Thrones.
That's true.
What else do we have?
Where the Red Fern Grows.
No. Stranger Things as well. I feel like I'm covering all my bases here.
And I just like TV. I am the literal opposite of you. I am watching. I'm currently.
Have you seen any of other than Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul?
No, I'm not even done with Better Call Saul. I'm on my like 8th rewatch of Breaking Bad right now as I'm loading up for El Camino. I'll be done by the time this episode comes out. Suck my dick. Yeah, hit me with the spoilers. But then, yeah, nothing. I haven't seen any Game of Thrones. I guess I watched season 1 of Stranger Things. Never seen The Sopranos, and I haven't watched for current shit like Barry or The Sopranos or Mad Men or I saw 2 seasons or 3 seasons of The Walking Dead, pretty much.
I forgot about The Walking Dead.
I gave up.
Yeah, I saw 3. I actually gave up, I think, 2 or 3 episodes into season 3, and I was like, this ain't for me.
Oh, that was The Prison. I actually finished that one. I think I might have gotten to the season premiere of like season 5, and then I was like, I don't care about this anymore.
Check this out. I think for me, the second our good friend Jamie was out of the show, I just couldn't watch anymore.
That was me.
I watched the first season going, I don't know Jamie yet, and he's not in the show, but I'm so glad he's gonna be. Mm-hmm. And then the second season came out, and I was through the roof, dude, over the moon.
Just, Tony and everybody else in the family's just like sitting around the table. They hear you in the next room. They just hear, "Ow!"
You see this guy, Jamie?
Your mom's trying to eat like peas, and she's like, "What is that?" And Tony's like, "He's watching The Walking Dead."
And then after, I cried. I cried for years. And then we met him, and I get more Jamie now.
We have a lot of Jamie in our life now. It's like 3D. It's like a 3D movie.
It's like, yeah, it's The Walking Dead 3D.
We're just trying to do the podcast, and Jamie just like wanders through eating a bag of chips. Hey, what's going on?
Whoa!
He's in his outfit still.
Shoot the zombie!
Shoot it! Get him! Get him!
Does he shoot? I don't think he shoots anybody in the show.
I don't even remember.
He just gets eaten on an RV, I think.
He does. He die. He do be dead, though.
Dumbass. He do be kind of dead, though.
You know, I still haven't seen Blair Witch, actually.
I haven't either. It's one of those things where we want to watch it now, but also just like we've just been putting it off the whole time.
And it's literally because, well, first of all, I was just backlogged on movies when we came out here, as it were, and I didn't catch it before I knew Jamie, and then we met Jamie, and at this point we know him so well that I almost don't want to watch it because it's going to be fucking weird to see Jamie in a movie.
Yeah, and also it's like, that's where as you know, I'm not really a scary movie boy, so I'm usually never in the mood to watch it, but then also it's like, how do I get immersed in this movie me when we're that close with Jamie.
That's the thing, is I know I'm not going to be immersed at all.
Because
he's there.
Jamie's an incredible actor, and I've even talked about this with him before. Is like I do have the ability to see him as a different role than our friend seeing him in something. But the fact that he's a star of a found footage movie,
Yes.
it's too close to home because we've shot YouTube videos with him.
Yes.
Why am I hitting the table so much this episode?
Eddie's ornery. Let's get it out of the way.
What?
You're ornery.
What is it? Oh, wait, what's ornery?
Ornery is like you're angry.
I really didn't know. I thought you were saying horny at first, and I was like, only on Twitter. But
We can be multiple things.
humans can be multiple things. So you don't have to.
That's why humans a compound phrase, because we're compound creatures. Take it home with you.
Oh, cheers to that. Mine's empty.
There you go. That's some ASMR for you, guy.
Who started the thing? Was it cartoons? Who the fuck was the first person to go?
People were probably already doing it naturally.
You think?
Just
you think people
sporadically.
naturally want to go after drinking something?
Mm-hmm.
You felt that in your soul once to go.
Well, not for me personally, but I like to think that I am an empath. I can emote with my fellow
But
humans.
who would ever? What's the need for that? What? When you drink something good, what's the need to exhale and make it
like that? Like
Yeah.
that was kind of natural.
That was kind of natural, but I don't know if I've ever. Maybe alcohol I've done that for.
Let me try it with, again, I can't escape doing it consciously, but let me just try to simulate,
Go for
okay?
it,
We're
go
in a
for it.
simulation. That's the Matrix. I can
that's
see that
normal.
happening. I can see that
See,
happening.
that one I can see, but like the full like, no, we're not.
Give me one more, all right?
Okay, go for it. I buy that one.
Okay, that
that
does
one
seem
I
more-
do all the time, even if I'm not eating or drinking.
That's why I just keep hearing that in the room.
So
So if I hear through the walls, I hear.
that's me turning. That's me turning the lights on.
Oh, that's you. Wait.
Yeah. I go, okay, Google.
I don't know.
Come on. Sorry, this thing never works. Okay, Google. I don't understand. Fuck.
You ever test how far away you can get from your little Google guy before it stops turning on for you?
I think I've done it from here before. I could try it. Wait. Okay, Google. Turn both lamp lights off. It did not hear me. Oh, it did.
Check this out. Okay, Google. Play Born in the USA on full volume.
Wait, it glitches out when it has full music blasting too. Did it not do it?
I don't hear.
Okay.
I don't hear that sick tamp coming down.
Dude, that's what it's been pissing me off lately. If I'm playing music loudly, like when you're gone, I'll go like, okay, Google, and then it'll start to listen and then turn itself off right away. So if it's too loud and you're going like without your phone, like, okay, Google, volume down, boop, and it's like, come on, I'm like, it's blasting music and I'm trying to stop it.
I remember I was in my room once, and because I was leaning up. I was kind of drunk. I was leaning up against the sound foam, and I was testing. Like, I was like, whoa, it's so deadened when I speak into it. And you weren't here, and I just screamed out. I was like, okay, Google, play Sweet Home Alabama on full volume. And it played it in your room.
Oh shit.
And I was like, boom. But then I went back into your room to turn it off.
I've noticed a lot of the time if somebody, like yesterday I was watching something and it wasn't El Camino and somebody said, okay, look, and it started listening. It's like, God damn it.
Dude, the most annoying shit ever is like when your PlayStation camera gets turned on by saying PlayStation.
Wait, the camera gets, what do you mean?
Not when it's off, but like when you're watching something, like when the PS4's on and you're...
I disabled the voice controls
See,
completely.
I could. But like it picks up the TV saying it, and it's so finicky, you know, like even
Yeah.
the most tangentially related word is like, what? And then it stalls it out for like that full 10-second loading bar.
Especially because PlayStation doesn't have like the power to make voice algorithm stuff like Google or Alexa or with Amazon do, you know? So it really do be like that.
Frankly, it do. If you think about it. It's not that time.
I was just thinking about it. No, I was just thinking about it.
We're thinking about it.
What time are we at?
When it be like that? We got tight 5 left on us.
Okay.
A little tight 5, a little tipsy top
It was too dicey. Where it's like, are we ending it? I don't know. I was just thinking about it. Let me hit up one more Pregunta then.
Let's preguntify this old
Okay.
situation.
I like this question a lot. if you could steal, wait, this is from Chloe. If you could steal one item, anything you want, without the risk of being caught, what would it be?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd go for like a one of a kind kind of thing, you know, like Bruce Springsteen's guitar. I don't know. I got Bruce on my brain. I never listened to him ever. Mm-hmm. Or if I'd go for just a big expensive thing.
I don't know. The thing is, it has to be something I'm assuming we'd know about. Mm-hmm. I would want to steal some cool military shit. But we don't know what would be cool unless the military would give me a tour of their secret things.
This reminds me, actually, not to abuse this platform, but top secret, guys, I am actually looking to buy a Humvee.
So, right, for Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, so if you're in like the Brainerd, Minnesota-ish area and you got a Humvee for a couple $1,000, maybe we can work out a payment plan.
This is probably not the time to pitch it when the question was if you could steal anything. Just give me your address and I'll head on over.
I don't know if I can adjust the budget to fit that, but I would at least like to contemplate on it. So if you have a Humvee that is actual military use, just hit your boy up on Gmail.
Are you trying to get it before hunting season so you have it for hunting season?
I am, yes. I hope none of the groups of the people in my hunting group are listening to this, because I think it would be really fucking hilarious to just show up to opening meeting in a Humvee.
We're far enough in where they'd have to be real dedicated to listen.
If you're in my personal life and you've committed this much time to listening to me, I feel bad for not staying in contact with you as often as I do.
You know what tweet actually pissed me off? Because I don't hunt. I don't really want to do it, but I don't disagree with the practice of it because it's very practical and logical when you think about it. I saw a viral tweet that it was like this very beautiful video of like a sunrise, and it was a buck like reaching for a tree, right? And it was like a silhouette. And the quote tweet was something along the lines of like, "Hunters are fucking monsters. I can't believe they would see this and want to kill it."
Really?
And it's like, that's not what it is, though. It's like you don't see that video and go like, "Ooh, if I could just fucking blast that thing." You know what I mean? It was just so uneducated and stupid. And like some people were coming in and being like, "Yeah, it's to fix overpopulation in certain areas," and people were just like, "You don't know what you're talking about."
It's fucking like dumb.
It's people who are not from those areas and don't know what they're talking about.
Can I give you my little quick rundown on hunting stuff?
Yeah.
So I might have spoken about this before. I'm not super public about it. I'm not like trying to hide anything, but I just don't really care. You know, as far as like gun stuff goes, it's like I'm like, we clearly need way better fucking gun control. And frankly, like if me giving up the bolt action 6-shot 30-06 hunting rifle would help at all, I'd be happy to do it. I don't care about hunting that much to be like, fuck you, you're not taking it. Yeah. But my family and I and a couple other close families here, every year, we hunt white-tailed deer in Wisconsin, and we don't trophy hunt. We don't hunt on like registered farmland at all. We're on public land or private land where we don't feed the deer. We just, whatever comes by, and we shoot it, and we eat all of the meat. And what we don't eat, we donate to the local food pantry, and we donate the hides and pelts as well.
Which is pretty much identical to eating a cheeseburger.
There you go.
If you're utilizing all of it.
Now it's like I know where the meat comes from, though, and it's really fun. It's fun. We walk out in the woods, and we spend time with family, and we listen to classic rock, and we never mix alcohol with hunting at all. And we all went through hunter safety, and it's a really positive time. But I also understand if you did not grow up in that environment, I don't blame you 1 second for being like, that seems wrong or shitty. Mm-hmm. I mean, who knows? I probably think that maybe if I wasn't I don't like when people take pictures with holding the deer. I think that's weird to be like, hey, look at this dead thing I just killed. Mm-hmm. But like, that's not. I'm not against the practice. I just think it's weird. Not that I like hate it people for it, but it's always just like, oh, that's a little. But I also hate fish pictures, not for the same reason, but just because I think they're kind of douchey. Well, fish pictures is harder to flex on, too, because there's less differentiation. It's like, all right, that's a fish. Yeah, I don't have any scale of that.
I think a picture of a deer wouldn't be weird, but it's when people will, like, grab them by the antlers and, like, smile and hold it. It's like, you got to recognize that's a little bit weird to do.
Well, to counter even, too, I totally get that you have that opinion. I would see that on Facebook like I do every year, and I'm like, this is absolutely right in line with everything that I see like that. I definitely personally disagree with like trophy hunting shit, you know, like it's such a fucked system because so many places around the world for like endangered elephants or, you know, like kudu deer or whatever the fuck else is endangered, like literally most of the funding for these animals, for these like habitats are gained by selling these rare permits to people to come in and trophy hunt a select few from the herd.
Yeah, it's weird as hell.
What a fucked system.
I know. It's just like, so we couldn't get people to care about these animals enough unless they wanted to kill them.
I don't get it at all.
It's a weird, that's what I mean, is it's a weird and complicated thing. And I think to pretend like humanity to where we are isn't based on hunting, and to be like, what the fuck is going on there? It's just like such a naive way to approach things.
Yeah, I don't get it.
That was it. It just, that tweet pissed me off because it was very black and white, and it was like, here, look at this beautiful, sympathetic video, and it's like, yeah, you could do the same thing for a cow, you dumbass. Like, what the hell? Where it's like, I can't believe people would eat this. It's like, I eat it. I don't look at a cow and go, I can't wait to fucking eat that thing and kill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's stupid.
No, but I mean, I guess in summary about like my gun control like approach, I would say this.
Ah! Was that a good scream? No, go again. You would say no. Repeat the line again. No,
I would say this.
Ah! I think that one was really good.
That was Tony. Can you edit in gunshots of me shooting Eddie? Tony.